It's simple. And I have argued Christianity from the Christian's perspective, and I've argued it from the atheist perspective. But it comes down to, and this is what's so interesting about my journey, is finding how really simple it is. How there is one statement. The whole idea of following the Bible and following Jesus is to get into heaven. And Jesus literally commands it and says, truly, unless you become like little children, you will never enter the kingdom of heaven. Why is this not in every sermon? And it's so interesting because I can realize that the arguments from the Christian perspective and the arguments from the atheist perspective are from complicated intellectual pursuits, when it really comes down to the simplicity of, are we going to follow being childish, or are we going to follow the idea of being childlike? And when we go childlike, then we look at a child from a wonder perspective. And this is, all the other sayings come from this, where it is, judge not lest he be judged. So the judgmental mind wants to find the sin in another instead of looking for it in ourselves. And so we're always outwardly complicating everything in order to act childish. Look at our politics. That religion shouldn't even be, if you were a Christian, you wouldn't be trying to parent other people through the rest of the Bible and complicating it, because then you're stepping into the idea of trying to appease some God in some way, when Jesus says, no, stop using value judgments of others in order for you to have a sense of beingness and connection with Jesus. Because Jesus is saying, be like little children. Be in a state of wonder. Well, how do you do that? You get rid of the value judging mind. You get rid of the complicating mind. It is, Jesus was saying, when we look at it from this point of view, Jesus is saying, judge not lest ye be judged. It's how reality works. We can either go into our judgmental mind, try to find the sin in another, or we just we figure it out for ourselves. We take responsibility for what's going on inside of ourselves, rather than to get into politics and justifying. It is so easy to see in the discourse in the American politics that people are holding on to, clinging to beliefs, and they are cartoons. There are cartoons. There are so childish in their perspective, so limited in their explanations. They don't talk about or be vulnerable about themselves, but rather just try to appear to be knowledgeable and trying to dictate from that point of view, when it's very simple. Jesus is saying, get into the kingdom of heaven. Well, what is that? It's a state of wonder, a state of wonder, a state of wonder, re-engaging with imagination. Yeah.